The Fresno City Council today, by a vote of 6-1, passed a stopgap measure to replace Measure C funds. The measure would continue the half-cent sales tax that Measure C provides and generate about $65 million a year. Measure C is county-wide, but there's been a roadblock. The supervisors, at least a majority of them, have been objecting to the provisions of another measure called Better Roads, Safer Streets, which would basically continue the Measure C with a different funding formula. And so they ordered a study to be done, which will be due at the end of the summer, and the result is that the Better Road, Safer Street initiative cannot get on the ballot in November. So the city acted, fearing that it would impair city services and employees, and they passed this measure today. It would just be citywide, not in the county. And ANNALISA voted no. She said she was concerned that the measure would send the sales tax revenue to the general fund rather than specifically earmarking it for transportation and roads. And the city attorney said that if they were to do that, it would require a 2/3 majority to pass. So the council opted for a more generalized wording, and this would go on the ballot in November. It would continue the half-cent sales tax through the end of the Measure C period, which is next year. So the backers of Better Roads, Safer Streets are hoping to get their measure on the ballot in 2028. The reason for the supervisors' objections are that they don't like the formula under this Better Roads, Safer Streets initiative. They don't like that a significant portion has, or a substantial portion has shifted to transit instead of road building. So I tried to get a response from the county, but no one's gotten back to me yet. It was late in the day, but I will include that in any updates. And it is possible, even with this additional money coming in, $65 million a year until the other measure is voted on, that there will be some cuts to city services because it doesn't replace dollar for dollar everything that Measure C provided. So even though it's more money, it doesn't replace every area. So the city manager and the mayor said there will be discussions, on that in the future about what cuts might need to be made. The city's trying to avoid laying off employees, and also DYER could veto it, but it's unlikely because he knows the city needs the funding. He's still hoping maybe supervisors will get the Better Road, Safer Street initiative on the ballot, but the supervisors have asked for a fiscal impact study on that initiative, and it's not due to come back to the supervisors until a day after. It would have to be sent to the election officials for the purpose of getting that Better Road, Safer Street on the ballot. So in a sense, it kills Better Road, Safer Streets on the November ballot. They could still get it on in 2028. So that's about it, and I will keep you updated with the county's response. This is Mark Prater, Bulletin Board Digital Publications.